Good morning everyone. It is the first day of Ramadan. I have woken up a little bit ago. I mean, it's basically like afternoon right now. It is 12:12. Happy Ramadan everyone. This is the most special month ever and I can't believe we've actually stepped into another year of Ramadan. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped. I basically cannot believe that this is real. I'm so excited. I don't think I can really comprehend it right now because I woke up to my phone buzzing. If you don't know, 2 nights ago actually. Today is currently Thursday, which is the first day of Ramadan. On Tuesday night at like 11 p.m. I arrived in Australia after like 5 weeks of travel. So I was kind of sleeping in this morning. I can't lie, I was sleeping in. I woke up to my phone absolutely buzzing and I was left with a bunch of messages from my uni friend that informed me that our thesis topic had been released. And basically a very short summary, I'm doing my honours year of psychology this year and we kind of had to submit a form of our preferences for thesis topics. Me and my uni friend were given our last preferences, so we were absolutely kind of freaking out. And basically we had previously not been given any information and we were announced our supervisors as well as a bunch of deadlines that commands my anxiety. It just gave me a full burst of anxiety. I freaked out. I'm supposed to email my supervisors back. I'm refusing to do so because I need to calm down. So I've kind of had an anxious start to this morning. If you didn't even understand anything I just said, just know you're lucky. I haven't even started my 4th year / honours year of psych and I'm already freaking out. I was supposed to have 2 more weeks of peace and the anxiety's already commenced. Uni and anxiety come in pairs for me. I mean, I always have anxiety, but this duo, pretty damn strong. Anyways, it is Ramadan and I'm trying to have the best Ramadan possible. I'm actually not fasting today because I am exempt. Obviously, there's times during a month where a girl can't fast, and that's me today, straight up from day one. I'm on my monthly cycle and I am actually kind of upset that I can't fast. But it's okay because we still have the rest of the month. I am gonna get up. I actually need to hang some clothes. My mum just called me and said I have to figure out a bit of laundry. So I'm gonna do that before my mum comes home or else I will be yelled at. I may be 22 but I live in a Middle Eastern household, okay? So I'm gonna rush to do that or else I'm gonna end up in trouble. And then we'll start off our day. I'm probably gonna have some breakfast. I might as well enjoy the food whilst I can. I'm joking. Anyways, let's get started with the day. I think I just need to calm down a bit more because the anxiety still hasn't faded. I'm still like in Delulu land. That's what I've got to hang. That's a new load. Shh. No, okay, I can't say that word. It's Ramadan. This laundry basket is bigger than me. Morning! Look who's been chilling outside. Oh wow, I didn't know we sat on tables. Let's not sit on the table because we eat there, yeah? Say Ramadan Mubarak, Leila. Ramadan Mubarak. Anyways, I had to quickly rush downstairs to do laundry. I'm going to quickly brush my teeth and then we're going to come back downstairs so I can eat. For some reason, I'm starving. Maybe because I've been awake for a little bit. I have a few things I have to work on as well. And I cannot wait to wear my abaya and go to the mosque tonight. That is something I'm looking forward to so much. I also haven't seen my friends since I've been back, so I will be seeing all of them as well. You also have to make my bed. Guys, I just looked at the mirror. My skin needs to be revived and also TMI, but I think I need to go to the shops and like get my like mustache threaded because oh my god, I can like braid it at this point. It's a bit concerning, so maybe we're gonna go and get that done. Okay, so we're gonna quickly eat my breakfast and quickly head out because I don't want to get stuck in school traffic. Okay everyone, I have gotten changed. The time is actually 2:18 p.m. so it's quite a while later. I was going to quickly eat my breakfast and then go out, and then you know what happened? I just got so overwhelmed with everything. Had a mini crash out. I actually don't even want to say it was a crash out. I just really wanted to have some time to cool down, process my emotions, and that is exactly what I did. I've gotten ready since then. I'm just wearing a black abaya with this printed scarf. I also have like a long sleeve underneath because although I love these open sleeve abayas, I do not like how they show your entire arm, so I just wore a sleeve underneath it. And I'm sweating because mashallah it is so hot in Sydney today. I think I need to pop the aircon on, which I'm feeling so thankful for. I'm just kind of brushing my brows and I'm also just going to slightly curl my lashes. I got a lash botox like 5 weeks ago though. They are still actually curled. I just want to enhance them a bit more because they're slowly starting to go down since it's been 5 weeks. And yeah, I don't have any makeup on today. I don't know if I can do this and talk at the same time. I'm gonna check the mirror out right here. Okay, that looks great if I don't say so myself. I'm gonna put a bit of lip balm because my lips are like cracking and I woke up with literally a bit of blood on my lips because of how dry they are. I don't know if you guys needed to know that much information, but I told ya. Anyways, we're gonna get my moustache and the middle of my brow threaded, just the middle of my brow. That's all I do. I don't even want to zoom up on my moustache because it's pretty damn bad. And then I think I might pick up, I'm really feeling like raisin toast, so I'm gonna go to the grocery store and buy raisin toast. I don't know why I feel like it, but I had it yesterday. It tasted amazing. I also thought about meal prepping egg bites for my parents for suhoor. Offered that up to my mum. She said she didn't want it, so I'm not gonna make that anymore. I personally do not like eggs, so it wouldn't benefit me. I was going to do it for my parents, but yeah, my mum didn't want that. I'm still probably gonna buy cottage cheese though and maybe offer it up to my dad. We'll see, because like eggs, cottage cheese, they're very high in protein, especially if you like have cholesterol. I know that cottage cheese is low in fat, especially compared to other cheeses. So yeah, I don't know why I'm going on a tangent about diets, but my dad kind of has diabetes that he's in denial of, and my parents are like on the verge of cholesterol, so sometimes I tell them what to eat. I just offer it up to them. They don't really listen to me, but yeah, anyways, we're gonna head out. But this is kind of the outfit. I have some skincare scattered on the floor because obviously just came back from traveling, but this is kind of the fit. Let's go. I really want to wear so much abayas this month. I went to Dubai, as you guys probably know, and oh my god, did I have the most fun time of my life wearing abayas. It's honestly made me feel so pretty inside and out, and I just want to carry that on here as well. So I feel like Ramadan especially, perfect opportunity to wear them even more, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm in the car now. I feel like sometimes getting out of the house is such a positive, like it genuinely makes you feel better, and I feel like this is about to make me feel better and calm my nerves. I need to come home and send an email to my supervisor that I've been assigned for my thesis. So yeah, remind me of that, because let's hope I don't forget, because usually when I try to avoid my problems, I usually try to erase them out of my memory, and I really can't be doing that right now. So I kind of just have to face it and deal with it. I don't know why sending an email even gives me anxiety, but it does. A lot of things do actually. And in saying that, I need to write a resume, I need to look for a job. I'm not going to list the problems I have because the list won't end. The thing is, I'm not going to avoid my problems. We're going to tackle them, inshallah. I feel like everyone always says new year, new goals, but I feel like Ramadan is literally the month of like working on yourself. That's how I see it. It's truly the month where you get to work on yourself, prioritize what really matters, and Ramadan is just a month of such reflection that it brings you such like self-identification, self-worth, and just like purpose overall. So I'm super excited for that. I'm going to write down my goals. Inshallah, I didn't write down any goals actually at the start of this year because maybe my heart was just waiting for Ramadan. I truly didn't feel like writing any, so I didn't write any. I mean, I have some in my brain, I just never wrote them down, but I definitely want to write down my goals for Ramadan, as well as things I want to work on up until the next Ramadan next year. So that's kind of how I'm identifying my year. I feel like the beginning of the year kind of starts with Ramadan for me. I just came back from travels. I've had an amazing start to 2026. I cannot doubt that or underestimate that. I definitely had the most beautiful start, and I feel like just tying that together with Ramadan is going to be so special. I'm so excited. And let's head to the shops to run a few errands. Can you even call getting your moustache threaded an errand? But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna maybe go to the grocery store, and I always get carried away at a grocery store because food, my biggest pleasure. So my arm is struggling from holding this camera, but let's go. Not fasting, but I think the forgetfulness has already started because I think I just forgot my phone, so we're gonna go and get that. This is so classic me. Okay, I picked up my phone, and me and my uni friend are just discussing because there's been a few confusions with some people's thesis topics, so I'm just gonna quickly actually check mine whilst we're at it. But you know what, the question that actually got chosen for me is about faith and about how faith kind of shapes your psychology. Obviously it's a more detailed question, but that's what it is off the top of my head. So yeah, very fitting for the first day of Ramadan as well. I'm gonna open some nasheeds and we are gonna drive to the shops. It is 2:40. Like, I need to get rolling. I am the one person who takes so long to do anything in life. Okay guys, we have arrived. I don't know why I have a bunch of anxiety today, but I do, and we can just hash that out when I'm back home. But let's go to the shops. Let's hope this works in my favor and doesn't worsen my anxiety. Luck tomorrow, probably. Okay, so I just finished my shopping. My scarf's looking a bit messy, but my mom just called me and she said that I need to grab sweet potatoes and some milk. So I'm gonna run back into the shops and go and get that. I thought we were going for iftar tonight to the mosque, but apparently that's tomorrow. So I think I'm just getting my days mixed up, but we're having iftar at home today, so that's gonna be special. And I actually got some ice cream cheesecake for everyone to have, not knowing that we were even gonna have iftar at home. So I hope that doesn't melt in the time that I go to get the sweet potatoes and milk, because it is so hot. Anyways, I'm trying to message my uni friends still at the same time, because uni is causing us the biggest confusion and misunderstanding. But I'm gonna run into the store and come back. Why it took me so long to just go and grab 2 things. At one point I really wanted to get myself like a boost, like a smoothie, but then I was like, oh my god, I can't do that. Everyone's fasting and I feel terrible. Like, I cannot eat in front of someone if somebody's fasting, and the whole world is gonna know that I'm not fasting, and I really don't need that. I just guilt trip myself for the most stupid reasons. I do, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Anyways, I'm gonna head home and sit down for a little bit, probably help with iftar prep. My father's television is blasting on in the background, but this is everything I got, and I'm apparently gonna make barbecue chicken pizza for tonight's dinner as well, so I'm gonna get into that. Anyways, I got my extra thick cut sliced raisin toast. My dad's not even watching the TV, he's asleep. But for him, I also got this high protein granola. Bak sana granola diyordum ya, sana granola aldım. My cat's screaming somewhere. Dada. Got some high protein granola that also doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. Great for my parents. Got this for dessert, because everyone in this household loves dessert. And then just some iced tea. And I already got the sweet potato and milk. My mom's using that already. Oh, I also got, sorry, one more thing. I got cottage cheese. Bak bunu deneyeceğim. I'm gonna make him try cottage cheese. High protein. Now I'm gonna do an explanation in Turkish 1 minute. Unexpectedly making pizza, so we don't have any mozzarella, so I'm gonna grate this cheese. And then the time is currently 4:40. I'm gonna pick up my siblings from work at 6. I've got to defrost some chicken. Still gotta send my email. I'm just doing what everyone asked me to do, basically. My cat. Okay, so I grated all the cheese. I put the chicken in the oven on like a defrost setting for it to defrost. I'm just watching people's Ramadan series, but I'm off to pick up my sibling. I have placed the chicken on the stove, so it is slowly kind of defrosting and cooking, and then we're gonna get to making the pizza. I'm also gonna make egg bites tonight for my parents for suhoor. We're gonna read my Islamic book. I still need to send my email. I'm a bit slow at committing to the things I said that I was gonna complete today, but we're off to a decent start. It's 5:30 and I'm just so happy. Like, I just feel like there is such a sense of happiness when you step into Ramadan. Like, I genuinely can't even put it to words. It is the best feeling ever. More laundry. Made it back. My dad's TV is still going on in the background. I'm gonna mute that. Picked up some ingredients for my meal prep egg bites that I'm gonna make later on tonight. Siblings picked up Turkish ice cream. Mom's cooked up the chicken. I'm going to reheat this with the sauce and mix it all together. Key ingredient, barbecue sauce.
Eski pizzacılardan kim kalmış ya? Değil mi?
Aynen. Look at her. Excuse me.
Look at this, look at this.
Look at this. Okay, I'm coming.
Pizza hamurumuz birinci hazır. İkinci hamurumuzu açmaya başlıyoruz.
Dramatic. Baba.
Bir hava atın ya. Pizza hamurlarımız hazır.
Thank you very
Şimdi
much.
pizza yapmaya başlıyoruz. Leyla, Leyla, Leyla, Leyla. Toppinglerimi, cheese'imi getirir misin? Pizza yapayım bugün bir size. Evet arkadaşlar, 40 yıl sonra işimizi geri döndük. Çocukluktan yaptığımız mesleğimize. Evet, gelsin. Leyla, pizza mı yiyeceksin ya? Hayret bir şeysin. Açsın ha. Bu evin en aç insanı. Sucuk vegetable pizza. Leyla, Leyla, Leyla, Leyla. Leyla, Leyla, Leyla.
Yarısını o göremiyorlar, biliyor musun? Buraya kayman lazım.
Tespit ettim.
Şovun yaramadı ha.
Show up bizim işimiz. Fresh tomato please. Vay.
Sucuğu göremiyorsun. Sucuk altta kaldı. Pişecek mi o?
Of course pişer o. Zaten et altta olur. Hayret bir şey arkadaş ya. Pizza yapmasını öğreteceğiniz ya.
Nasıl yapmışım hamurunu?
Hamurun güzel olmuş. Elini sağlık hanımım. Sucuk and vegetable pizzamız hazırladık.
Okay,
Allah'ın
göstereyim.
izniyle. Sucuk and vegetable. Sucuklar kendi imalatımızdır zaten. Yani.
İngilizce konuşman lazım.
What do you do this one?
This barbecue chicken and this one first we're gonna melt the cheese.
No, melt the cheese. You put it on the
Okay.
Just put it on the chicken.
Guys, next up we have barbecue chicken pizza. You can't see the pizza on the camera.
Oo, bu yemek olmuş galiba.
This is the mix that I made. We're gonna add it on. Oh! Yaktın mı elini?
Lan şovap yapalım dedik.
He tried showing off and he burnt his hand. And he's applied sugar on it because he believes sugar's gonna help it. Told him to hold his hand underwater. They don't listen. Then there's a child screaming. Chaos in the Sag family today. Mohammed, stop screaming!
Video çekiyor abla.
We're gonna add some red onion. Oh, it's burning my eyes. Ben film çekiyordum ya. Televizyondan açtım. Biraz sesini kısabilir misin? Hala seyredebilirsin. Oh, my eyes are burning. Red onion. Oh, well. Onion's nice, yes. Gözüm yanıyor. We're gonna add more barbecue sauce.
Capsicum.
No, not capsicum. Tek soğan oluyor.
No, there's too much in the sauce.
Much in the sauce, yes.
Tavuğun içine sos koymayacaktın aslında. Üstüne koyacaktın sos.
No, o zaman o kadar güzel olmuyor. And then a last layer of cheese. Everyone's tired, so I'm continuing. Those are our pizzas that I'm now gonna cook. First one's in. He's watching my YouTube video. We always pick apart a pomegranate in water because then it doesn't splash on you. That's apparently a hack. That's pizza number one. You make that chicken? Okay, so you just post-iftar, I poured myself a cup of tea. I actually even forgot I poured myself this cup of tea because I was too busy hanging up work clothes that just came out of the washing machine. There's a helicopter flying over my house. We had a guest over and everywhere is quite literally a mess because everyone went to Taraweeh. So it is my duty to pack up everything. What a delight. This is the most tidy zone you're seeing. As well as that, we are going to make egg bites that I'm going to prep for suhoor for everyone. I feel a little tired. I'm guessing that's from the jet lag because I've only been in Australia. This is my second day. I keep thinking today is Friday. Like I genuinely keep thinking today is Friday, but it's a Thursday because I thought I was going to work tomorrow, but inshallah I'm not going to work tomorrow. Who committed a crime? Who committed a crime? What is happening? We have a mess here and we have a table over there that needs to be cleaned up. And along with that, it is 9:12 p.m. I have a bunch more things that I need to get done that I've previously mentioned, so we have to hurry up. Here comes the helicopter again. My cat's about to start Taraweeh as well, but let's fill this all the way up. I thought I would show a clip of me washing the dishes whilst not showing my arms, and that's what happened. So I forgot to sip on my tea. Whilst I had my back turned, somebody was trying to sneak into iftar leftovers. Foot off the bench, or you're getting off the stool. Foot off the bench. Look at her. That's because she put her face in the food and I just grabbed it seconds before she was about to devour it. Just broke half the glass. But I can't be bothered doing the rest, so we're just gonna leave it like that for now. I feel like I haven't sat down the whole day. Okay, I think I'm kind of done. It is 9:46. We're gonna start making my egg bites. I'm actually gonna prepare my ingredients, like cut up my vegetables and just pull out everything I need. And I'm also gonna call my mum's just called me, and I'm also gonna call my auntie at the same time because apparently she's not feeling too good. And I thought I'll just call her. Let me just call my mum. I think she's calling me in between Taraweeh. But one of my aunties is a single mum, and she is literally the biggest inspiration ever. I love her so much. She's like the most kindest, patient human I literally know. So I'm gonna quickly call her. I'm hoping she's better because does this keep going blurry or am I just losing vision? Why am I singing? No. You know what? I'll text her. It does take me a little bit more effort to type in Turkish. Okay, let's go gather my ingredients. We're back and I'm ready to make the egg bites that I've been talking about for pretty much the whole day. Let's wipe my desk a little bit. Whoop. See, Daisy? That's another load of laundry. And why is my battery flashing? Why is my camera battery flashing? I don't know if I even have a spare battery. I genuinely don't think I have a spare battery. That means I've did a lot of filming today because if I have burnt through both of my camera batteries, that means I talk a hell of a lot. First day of Ramadan, I was still thinking of having a chat sitting down with you guys. Why do I talk this much? Why do I talk this much? Ramadan Mubarak everyone. Welcome to Melek's production kitchen where we make dua before we start that I don't burn this house down. Let that dua commence. Anyways, first day of Ramadan, I thought I would be nice and that I would make everyone some egg bites for suhoor. As someone who does not like eggs, I cannot tell you if this is going to be a good recipe or not. Maybe we will get my dad to taste test it at the end. I don't know, we'll see. I'm kind of making up my own recipe as well as following someone, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I cut my vegetables. It's great to be prepared also because this takes me like 15 minutes to do. Step 1, I need a pan. More potential with this. Okay, pan, olive oil. Step 1 is to fry the vegetables. Let me just slide this all in. My background is also featuring the rest of the dishes that I was not bothered doing after iftar. So I thought, you know what, I'll do this for everybody else. Not that anybody asked me. I don't think much people asked me to get in the kitchen, to be honest, but I did make pizza early on today and things went fine. My parents were supervising me. I am 22, by the way. Okay, did half of that go on the table? Yes. Bismillah. Did I say Bismillah before starting this? Because that's the most important step. My wooden spoon. You know what? I'm going to use a spatula. Nerdy nummies. If you know, you know. I was absolutely obsessed with this when I was a kid. And it still exists till today. We're going to cook this up. Let's go. That's cooking up. I'm also going to add some spinach later on. But that includes a red onion, red capsicum, and a yellow capsicum. I'm going to add some salt, some pepper. Let's add a hint of Italian herbs in there because why not? Sounded like someone who doesn't know how to cook. Whatever, beat that in there. Can't lie, that smells so good. Let's add the spinach. Okay, while those vegetables cool down, we're going to get started with the rest. I'm kind of making a small batch and saying that we're going to use 5 eggs. Starting to get a little bit tired and I also look like a bit of a mess because it is 10:30 p.m. Yeah, I do not know how to crack an egg without getting shells in it. Far out. It was not made for the kitchen. Shit, why is there black in this egg? Does that mean something? Is that a bad thing? Doesn't smell bad. Marve! I'm gonna go show this to my sister. I'll be back. Oh, is it rotten or something? Guys, of course when I make eggs, there has to be a rotten batch in there. Do I have to remake this whole thing? What if I spill it down the sink?
No,
Okay.
you're dumb.
So she never tries to bite kids, does she? Never.
No, she's always on her best behavior.
My cat hates kids. That's the rotten batch and we're not using this bowl anymore. This one's fine. I literally inhaled that. More eggs. I'm gonna crack each one into an individual bowl. What a disaster. No wonder it takes me 10 hours to cook. Why do these eggs have some like hashness to them? Like, were these chicken a bit special? I don't get it. On that movie, she said you have to crack it on a flat surface. What movie was that? We Live in Life? We Live in... Fine. Let's add it to the next batch. I'm scared that the other one is bad. Should I just chuck that egg away? I'm starting to have paranoia. No, they look completely fine, by the way. Okay, let me just get this over with, yeah? I'll be back. 2 seconds later, you know that method I was using of cracking the egg here first before transferring it? I just accidentally cracked it into the bigger mix. I don't understand if an egg is rotten or not. How do I not understand this? Because I genuinely don't care if I don't consume eggs. I don't understand. To me, eggs already smell. So my cat's literally observing me like, what the hell is this woman doing? Why did that dog like that? I think this is bad. Bro, I don't get this. I want to give up on freaking making this recipe. I've just gotten the eggs smell checked by my sister. Whoops, let's move that away. Apparently they're fine. So let's continue. Before I was about to just lose my mind. I'm going to use this bowl and we're going to chuck all the eggs in here. I'm so paranoid. Next up, the cottage cheese. Hope this hasn't gone bad. This is 200 grams. I think I'm gonna put half of this. Again, I'm making everything up. Also, don't think I've had cottage cheese before, so let's taste it. You know what? It's not that bad. I think I could eat it for the protein. The more the merrier. Okay. I'm gonna pretend that's half. Apparently now you're supposed to blend this together. Okay, so this is the tool we need apparently. Guys, I swear to God, I'm actually not that bad at cooking. But today I look terrible. Anyways, let me blend this. I thought I would add the same seasonings as before into it, and guess what? I opened the wrong side of the pepper, and let me just show you what happened. I don't know if that's God's sign to me or something, but trying to see the signs. That's just so much wasted pepper now. Might be a test of patience. It's actually true. So I'm gonna try to stay calm. I think that's okay because I kind of took it out. That's it blended. Okay, I'm gonna add the vegetables. I feel like I have too much vegetables, but you know, YOLO. At this point, I'm done making this recipe. I will bash you. We're gonna add a bit of cheese because I think cheese makes everything a bit better.
No cheese.
Do you want to continue to be immature or behave? Cooking it in a water bath. I just put some boiling water in this tray. Got to cook for like 30 to 35 minutes. I wouldn't say it's my best creation, and I think I put far too much vegetables, but this is how it turned out. Made my dad and brother taste it and they said it was okay. Hello, it is currently 2:02 a.m. I have just sat down. I obviously had a shower, cleaned up, yada yada. I even did my skincare. I'm all set for bed. Anyways, I have just sat down and it kind of has hit me like a ton of bricks that I'm tired. The heels of my feet hurt from like standing in that kitchen. The amount of dishes I just continuously had to wash and wash and wash, and the amount of times I had to wipe that bench. Obviously, I made egg bites. That's supposed to be like probably a 15-minute recipe. I don't even know how long it took me, probably like an hour and a half. I don't think they turned out good. I actually ended up tasting it. I do not like eggs, but like, to be fair, it really didn't taste that much like eggs because I put that much vegetables. You can't really taste it. It has way too much vegetables in it and it has way too much black pepper in it. I was thinking to myself and I'm like, this is gonna make everyone thirsty. So I told them to not eat it if it makes them thirsty. So like, I absolutely failed at making egg bites, which kind of frustrates me because I spent hours. And I'm like, I kind of have to make it up. I need to retry the recipe tomorrow because I need to be good at it. I have this thing, but like I need to be good at things. Like I need to be good at everything I do. And like, truth be told, I don't need to be good at everything I do. I don't know why I have that mindset, but like sometimes trying to be good at everything you do can be so overwhelming. And I feel like it's one of the biggest reasons people quit, which I think I should just take that as my sign to quit. But like, I don't know. We might give me being in the kitchen a bit of a break because I won't say I'm the best person for that job. No. Beyond that, I also told myself today that I was going to read my Islamic book that I said I was going to read. The book in question is this book, Secrets of Divine Love. I feel like everyone and their mum has read this book and I still haven't, but that's okay. I'm not gonna beat myself about that as well. I don't know why my camera keeps going out of focus, but it does. Anyways, I did kind of start it yesterday. I mean, this is the first page. I made it to the second page before my eyes were closing. So far I'm just at the page where the author introduces the book, but I read this sentence which I thought I would share with you guys, and it pretty much goes like, secrets of divine love was written for the longing hearts, for the one who is searching for something they have not been able to find, for the one who sometimes spirals into hopelessness and cannot help but feel too imperfect for a perfect God to love. If I didn't feel that to every crevice of my bones, spirals into hopelessness and cannot help but feel too imperfect for a perfect God to love. You know how I talked about giving up earlier? That sentence describes exactly that. I have no idea what the hell was happening outside at 2 a.m. And again, sometimes when you overwhelm yourself so much with the idea that you have to be perfect, you always fall through to the decision of giving up because you can never be perfect. Literally stop trying. Because we weren't made or created to be that way. Allah is our greatest companion in life, but something that's so tricky and such an unknown companion in our life is hope. Hope is one of the trickiest things I feel like you can understand. I think hope is like a sticky feeling. It's kind of like the grease oil leaves behind on a pan. I feel like hope is just something that never truly leaves. Yes, it feels like it disappears for a little while, but sometimes I feel like that disappearance is associated with us not wanting to truly let it in, because us humans, we hate disappointment, we hate rejection, and that's exactly what it feels like. And like something you've hoped for so long ends up failing. And that's truly sometimes the cause of why we like go downhill with our emotions. And when you start to go downhill with your emotions, sometimes being in that state of hopelessness becomes addicting, to the point it becomes a habit, to the point it becomes a lifestyle. And a lot of the times I feel like you have to put so much effort, such as scrubbing the grease off a pan, to allow that companion of hope back in your life. And I feel like one of the things that is mentioned so much in Islam is hope. Hope is always signified as such an important emotion, and I feel like it's taken me quite a long while to even understand that, to even like comprehend that, honestly. And over time I feel like I've been able to associate hope with God's plan. As Muslims, I feel like we always believe in God's plan, we always believe in Allah's plan, but sometimes associating that connection with hope and how the two really go hand in hand takes such a long time to realize, at least for me. And this has helped me understand the principle that I do not always need to be in control, and no, I do not have to figure out the unknown, because sometimes the unknown is meant to feel foreign, because that's the journey of learning, and that's the journey of kind of figuring out your story. Yes, I am one of those people who cripple with anxiety, and sometimes like it's just like it's always there. It's always there, okay? In those moments, allowing myself to be centered in faith helps me tremendously. Something that exponentially helps my anxiety is like stopping and making dua, praying, even reciting a few surahs. Like that helps me exponentially, especially in moments where like I feel like it is extreme. I honestly just stop and I make dua. And like sometimes a relief that washes over me, like I could not even put it into words, the relief that just washes over me. Yes, sometimes that relief is not sudden, but faith is something that truly pulls you through. And I don't think I'm even putting it into the right words to portray the way that it actually makes me feel, but I feel like that's also because it's 2 a.m. and I'm like struggling and fighting my exhaustion. But I once saw a TikTok, and this saying that somebody put on TikTok was like, oh my god, the way I felt that to my bones. Let me just bring it up, and I feel like it relates so heavily with everything I've mentioned. I think this is what it was. I couldn't find it in my saves, but I kind of searched it up. It goes, I believe in God like how a blind person believes in the sun, not because they can see it, but because they can feel it. The safety, the serenity, and the completeness that I feel when I make dua is like undescribable. It truly is undescribable. And I feel like the power of dua, like somebody needs to study the power of dua, because nothing would ever make me feel safe than dua in my life. It is just incredible how much you can feel the power of words, the power of surahs, the power of mentioning Allah in your life. There's surely nothing like it, and nothing would ever compare. I remember one of my Quran teachers once said, if you're like having a tough day, just get the Quran and open it to a random page. And I did that similar thing with this book. A verse from the Quran that came up is, if God supports you, none can overcome you. Yet if he forsakes you, who is there that can help you? Let the believers put their trust in God. It's just there. I'm taking that as my little reminder for this day. That's just a little bit of my thoughts. I'm also right now going to send the email that I've been dreading all day. I'm basically going to email my professor at 2 a.m. When they wake up in the morning, they're probably going to question what I do with my life, but that's fine. I'm in no way, shape or form a scholar or anything like that. I don't ever believe that I'm better than anyone. I always just try to be a better version of myself every day. I feel like that's my goal. My reminder is associated with the fact that sometimes we give ourselves these reasons that because we're not the perfect Muslim, we can't do better, or we can never be better. Because sometimes I feel like you associate worldly failures with your inability to repent. I'm honestly speaking this for myself as well. You feel like you fail at one aspect in Islam, you can't exactly compete with others. Being Muslim isn't a competition, but you feel like you're not worthy of Allah's love as much as others. But like a lot of the time we forget that God is the most merciful, sees your sincerity. And I feel like sometimes it's important to not compare worldly failures to Islamic failures, because we as Muslims are always given the opportunity to repent, and Allah is always waiting for us to repent. Allah is ready to forgive us. if we show that sincerity. And I feel like a lot of the time we forget that, and a lot of the time we beat ourselves over that, when in fact we have a God that is so merciful. Sometimes you're not ready to forgive yourself, but Allah is ready to forgive you, because He sees that guilt, He sees that sincerity. My brain's not working, you get me. God is really just waiting for you to make that communication, take that step and open your hands to ask for that forgiveness. And it truly is that simple, and it requires so much less expectation than we set it out to be. Sometimes don't try so hard to explain yourself, because Allah created you, Allah knows His creation, and let it just be exactly that. That's something I'm reminding myself of every day. Honestly, any thought I conjure and any thought I speak is a reminder to my own self, because sometimes I just need to hear it, and this is like my visual journal at this point. I just speak my thoughts, I speak what goes through my mind, and I speak everything that I want to hear. I've waited to 2:30 a.m. to make this email less overwhelming. Honestly filled my day with so much joy of the month of Ramadan that it's honestly brought me so much ease. I'm gonna shoot this email and then we're gonna be off to bed, because it is like 2:30 and you don't even want to know how long I've been talking for. I'm quite embarrassed to actually say it. The amount of footage that I'm gonna edit for this video is going to be insane. I'm also gonna try to get this video up for you guys ASAP, because I want to share it with you all whilst we're in the month of Ramadan. And I feel like a year of longing is finally over. Like, we finally made it to Ramadan, and I'm literally the happiest version of myself. I cannot even describe it. I'm gonna quickly shoot this email and I'll be back to say goodbye. I sent the email, read the rest of the email as well, because at the beginning of the day I was afraid to read the rest of the email. I just really didn't want to deal with it at that moment in time, but I've read the rest of the email and I realized that I in fact had to enroll myself in my thesis subject up until the end of the year, which I hadn't done. We got that anxiety over and done with. I deserve a little pat on the back. Just took me 24 hours to come to terms with the fact that I had to press send on an email. I am going to go to bed because it's 3 a.m. I do not know what is wrong with me. I don't know why I have this much energy. You would also think I would be jet lagged, because 2 days ago I came to Australia and this is me cooking even, apparently, which I absolutely could not do, but 3:06 a.m. Hope that made sense. But thank you so much for coming along with me for my first day of Ramadan. It was a bit chaotic, it was a bit of a whirlwind, but I'm so happy I got to spend it with you guys on film at least. At least we get to share this memory. It truly makes me the happiest person in the world when somebody watches my YouTube videos. It means so much, like genuinely means so much. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to bring you along for the rest of my Ramadan. Hopefully I'm going to be back on consistently editing my YouTube videos, because that is one of my goals for this year. I'm going to try my best. When uni starts, my life gets even more overwhelming, but hopefully this is the year I'm able to balance it all. We're going to figure it out and see it together. I'll see you guys in the next vlog, whenever that is, but bye for now, and Ramadan Mubarak.